Hey, my name's Adam, and this is Celine. And today we're going to be talking about what you should be putting in your Trusted House Sitters profile when you set up your profile for the platform. What kind of things are homeowners looking for, and how can you maximize that profile to increase the probability you're going to get an opportunity to do home sitting?
Yeah, it's really important with trusted house sitters that in your profile you list your experience with animals. Because most of the listings with trusted house sitters include the opportunity for you to care for animals and people's pets. So we made sure that we put information as well as photos of us as a family and our kids, all with animals, different types of animals that we've been around. We hadn't house sat specifically, but we have had experience with our own pets and with friends' animals. So we made sure to include experience with the animals.
You might say, "Oh, that's cute, Adam and Celine. You guys have 36 house sits with 5-star reviews because Celine makes them cinnamon buns every time, or fresh bread, or fresh cookie dough they get home." That's helpful for the reviews. But our first house sit was overseas, and they had I mean, we had no reviews. They had no reviews. It was their first time having a house sitter. It was our first time house sitting.
Mhm.
And when we booked that, we had booked 3 house sits before we even did our first one. So you can book house sits without having any reviews.
Yeah. It really comes down to what your profile looks like and the information that you put right out on as your profile in your account so that they read about you ahead of time. But you can also include reviews from friends and family and just their impression of your family and how you might have helped them or cared for their animals. We've stayed on friends' properties and been around their animals. So we reached out to every avenue that we could, and we had a few people give us a review of some kind onto our account.
Yeah, so when you're starting out, you can get external reviews from people who don't use Trusted House Sitters. You can leave a review for the platform. So that's helpful. So one of the things that we knew or we thought could be a reason people might be hesitant is that we're a family of 5. So if you think about having a couple come to house sit versus a family of 5, you might imagine with a family of 5, you could show up and the kids aren't good with animals, or the animals don't respond well with the kids, or the wear and tear on a property of having 5 people instead of 2 people. And so one of the things that we really focused on in our profile is to show pictures of our kids interacting with animals. So friend animals and neighbors animals and pets and dogs and cats, and show them snuggling, show them doing well with those animals.
Yeah, we included things like we love animals. We have had our own pets in the past. We include that we're a clean and tidy family, that we'll clean up, their space after we're done house sitting for them. And we put as many photos as we could of past experiences with other animals. So I think that reassures the homeowner that we are comfortable around them and our kids are. It also lets them see, kind of the ages of our kids and see that we love being around animals.
Yeah, and part of it's our story as well. So here's a picture of us in front of the Las Vegas sign. Here's a picture of us in front of the Eiffel Tower. Like, we're not just saying we're going to travel across the seas and across the ocean and come pet sit for you. This is part of how we live our life, is traveling full time. And then I think the other thing is that when we first started house sitting, we were traveling in our RV full time in a very small space. And so we could show some of that so that someone with a smaller home wasn't concerned there wasn't space.
Yeah, we usually say to them, we don't expect a huge space. We're really comfortable in any space because we lived in such a tiny travel trailer. But yeah, we've had friends sign up for Trusted House Sitters, and they've asked us for help with making their profile. And it is interesting because people have said to us, like, is there a background check, or what is the process? Is it extensive? And we really found it quite easy. In Canada, however, they don't do an actual official background check on us. I don't think they have the ability, or it's just not set up yet with accounts within Canada. But in the US, if you set up an account, they will have an official background check done on you. But that's all done on their end. The process is simple for you. You just follow the steps with signing up, and then they take care of the rest and approve your account once it's all set up.
Yeah, so one thing I would recommend is that because reviews are so valuable, what you could do is you could start by doing a local house sit before you try and travel. So if there's someone across town who's going away for 3 or 4 nights, you go stay at their house. Maybe you go ahead of time, you meet the pet ahead of time, you introduce yourself before they approve the house sit. And then that way it's some confidence for them. And then you spend 3 or 4 nights at their house and get a really great review, or you go away for a weekend, a couple hours away, all that before you try and do what we do, do what we did, and apply across the ocean.
Yeah. And then the other side of that is that you can also read reviews of the home itself that previous house sitters have left. So for us, when I'm looking at listings, I will often click on the reviews that people have already left of their house sit at that particular place. So we can see right away if there was a positive experience that a previous house sitter has had. And then if they have 5-star review, then I feel very confident in applying for that house sit.
Yeah, and one thing you can do is see what the homeowner appreciated about the last review. So if the homeowner said, my house was cleaner when I came home than when I left, then maybe in your profile you could put something about how you keep your house clean and tidy, and we value having a tidy space, and we value having, everything in order and in its place.
Mhm.
So that can help you inform how you create your own profile. But don't lie. Don't say I'm up at the crack of dawn every day to walk dogs, because that's absolutely not true of me. But be accurate, but also find out what homeowners are looking for. Clean space, happy pets, all the great communication, all those things, and highlight those details in your profile.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean it's pretty basic. You can just include whatever you think is important, and I don't think that you have much trouble at all. We really had no trouble. People really liked our profile, and like Adam said, we accepted our first 3 house sits without even having a review directly with Trusted House Sitters. We just had a few references.
Yeah, and so what I would recommend is you max out your profile. So if there are 20 pictures that are allowed, put in 20 pictures, right? Fill out every single section. We're web designers. That's what we put in for our job description. All those types of things. Like make sure everything is filled out. And don't leave anything blank, because you never know what that thing is that the homeowner is looking for when they're going to trust somebody with their house.
And then just to say again, like we have owned pets in the past, but we have also been around other people's animals, and so we just included any type of experience we've had, even if it's not specifically experience like house sitting, just so that they can see the types of experiences we've had. Just be creative and think back to any time you've cared for even a family member's animal or been around. We've included that our family has animals that we enjoy being with, and just recent and past experiences home.
So there you go. Max out that Trusted House Sitters profile, and you'll have lots of opportunities to house sit around the world. Last I checked, there was something like 10,000 house sit opportunities around the world. So wherever you are, you can find somewhere to visit, experience, go.
Yeah, we're really enjoying it. I hope that you guys can sign up and have the same experiences with us as us.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about house sitting, then leave it in the comments. And there's also down there in the description a discount link to 25% on your Trusted House Sitters membership. They do give us a thank you for letting you know about the platform, but we really, really love the platform, and we hope a lot more people join it so that there's a lot more house sitting opportunities so that you can continue to travel with Trusted House Sitters.
Yeah, exactly.